Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I trust you're having a fantastic evening and you've been enjoying the racing that's been happening lately, and you've been sticking with us and making some nice tidy profit. I'm going to have the postman that's going to be tipping out at the Vaal, so I'm going to hand you over to the postman.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, no matter where in the world you guys are. Big warm welcome again to the Top Tipper family. And racing comes to us on the 1st of November from the Vaal turf. Guys, please take note, we're on the main course. That's the one with a 1600 meter straight. We haven't raced on that for a while. Please, again, as I said on Saturday, check if there's any bias. Generally, it's pretty fair, but I know they've been working on the track, so we may have a bias. If there is, I'll ask you guys just to restructure bets. Those of you that listened, cleaned up on Saturday at Turffontein. Thanks for some of the feedback. I know we caught the jackpot one, we caught that twice. Rumor gun stuck everybody out in the ninth race, and one or two of you guys still said to me, you bank a Royal Victory in the place accumulator and added in the 8th, I think it was, and you caught that. Anyway, so those guys had made a healthy profit. Well done. We certainly cleaned up on the jackpots. So really, really happy. And then again, we got places in the 10th race on Sudden Star. So yeah, we had a good day. Guys, when we move on to the Vaal meeting, there are 8 races carded. First race due off at 12:15. I do not like the card straight up front. I think it's a difficult card. I think there's some average horses, with all respect to those involved. And when there's average horses, very, very difficult to choose winners. Please, again, just be careful. I've gone for some real roughies throughout the card. I'm playing to beat some of the favorites. If you fancy something, add it in, guys. So let's go through the first race. As I said, it's due off at 12:15. This is a maiden plate to be run over 1600 meters. And in the first event, my first selection here is horse number 16. This is World's Best. Randall Simons gets a ride here for Mike de Kock. Has had one run with Randall aboard that was over 1450 meters. Was running on really, really well. Finished third on that occasion, 2 lengths behind Just Eminent. And I think around about 18-10, I think it's one of the better bets on the card. I'm certainly going to take 1 or 2 doubles with this World's Best. And I honestly think whoever beats that will win the race. With natural improvement, should be the right one. For second, guys, I've gone for 15. This is US Open. Randall Simons gets off this one to ride our first selection, and Gavin Arena jumps aboard. Improved effort last time, finishing 4th, 4 lengths behind Sam the Wiseman. Slow on that occasion, was staying on, but good enough to fill in one of the minor spots. For third, guys, I have gone for horse number 2, and that is Atlantic City. Calvin Habib for Clinton Binder. Has some consistent form. Last time out finished 3rd out of 8. I certainly won't be punting this one on the nose to win, but good enough for back ends of trifectas and quartets. For fourth, I have gone for horse number 1, DJ Junior. I think this, if it was not coming back from a 35-week layoff, certainly be my first or second selection. Again, watch this one go down. If in not need of the run, we'll go really, really close. I certainly won't be leaving this out of any trifecta or quartet. So race 1, guys, we've gone 16, 15, 2 and 1. And as I said, I think 16 is probably one of the better bets on the card. The second race on the card, you're off at 12:45. This is a maiden plate, this time for the girls, to be run over 1600 meters. Please take note, guys, that horse number 10, Go Flickerty has been scratched, so horse number 17 comes into the race. That is Solar Diva. Please take note of that. And in this event, guys, my first selection here is horse number 4, Rosie Lemon. And this is Gavlarina for Fani Bronkhorst. Last time out, finished 4th behind Bonete, was finishing hand over fist. And I make this one of the value bets of the day. I really think that Rosie Lemon will go close. And I certainly would be including this in all my bets. For second, guys, I have gone for horse number 5, and this is on the guest list. King Indamela gets a ride here for Mike de Kock. Has some average form. I see they've thrown a set of blinkers on, so we're looking for improved effort there. And again, in this field, must be good enough to run a drum. For third, I've gone for horse number 8, Can't Fool Me. Muzigeni for Gavin van Zyl. Thrown a set of blinkers on this one. Again, looking for an improved effort. First time out over 1400 meters, was running on nicely at Greyville. Last time out, let the side down. That went off at favourite. And as I said, we know how well the Van Zyl yard does in Gauteng. Trifecta and quartet possibility, absolutely. For fourth, I have gone for this horse number 7, Solar Diva. I think Ryan Munger's got the ride for Tyrone Zaki. Has had 2 very, very decent efforts. If seeing the distance, certainly can be there and thereabouts. So race 2, guys, 4, 5, 8, and 17. And I do think the 4 is a fair each way bet. I like the value on this one. We move on to the third race on the card. And the third race is due off at 13:20. This is a merit rated 72 handicap, again for the girls. And due off at 13:20, as I said, run over 1600 meters. Don't like this race at all. First leg of the pick 6. I'm not having a touch on the nose here. My narrow first selection, however, is horse 3, Light of the Day. Musiyeni retains the ride here for Paulie Matchett. Is a second run after rest. Was not disgraced last time out over the Turpentine Inner, finishing 4th out of 9. Was running on, and again, should give a fair account of itself here. For second, guys, I've gone for horse number 1, Ready to Fly. Kibela Matsiani gets the ride here for Mike de Kock. Finished 4 lengths behind Captain Peg last time out. Did have excuses. That was the first run after rest. Should strip a lot fitter. And again, must be included in the exotics. For third, guys, gone for horse number 5. Nice little roughie here. And this is a colourful pass. Carving a bib for Corey Lensley. One is made in 2 runs back. Last time out, finished 7th behind Feather Boa. If Feather Boa was in this race, yeah, you wouldn't get a price. And I certainly think that this one can be there and thereabouts. I won't be leaving this out of a pick 6. For fourth, we've thrown in horse number 11. Another roughie here. This is Meet the Captain. Matthew Thackeray for C.B. Moffat. We go back and look. This has got some fair form. 2.5 lengths to Golden Aspen, 4 lengths to Benguela Cove, under 5 lengths to Texas Red. And again, round about 25 to 1. This is dropping in class. If this one should arrive, you'll be one of very few going through. But it doesn't stop there, guys. If 1 and 3, if you're taking pick sixes, put 1 and 3 and load up later, or go the field here. I don't like the race at all, and I'm looking for a roughie here to run a drum, and I'll probably go for 5 and 11. So our selection is 3, 1, 5, and 11. We move on to the fourth race in the card, due off at 13:55. A merit-rated 89 handicap, again for the girls, to be run over 1600 meters. Small field of 9, however, is not an easy race. And again, you can go light here and load up later, or load up here. My narrow first selection here is horse number 6, the Liana. Randall Simons gets the mount here for Mike de Kock. Was not disgraced last time out, finishing just over 6 lengths behind Gilded Butterfly. Has run behind Emerald Gino. has beaten Tinder dry, and I certainly think that this one will give a good account of herself, carrying only 56 kilos, and must go into all exotics. For second, guys, we have gone for horse number 1, Mike's Chick. This is again Keegan Nemella for Mike de Kock. The form is there for all of us to see. My apologies, Keegan retains a ride here. I think this will jump, will set the pace, carrying 61.5, loves the distance, and again, a worthy favourite. For third, we've thrown in horse number 9, bottom of the weights, Dark Travel. Nathan Klink gets a ride here for Brett Weber. Again, finished 4 lengths behind Gilded Butterfly, has got some fair form. Watch if there's any support for this one. If there's support and a follow through, I certainly would follow the support here, if there is. But I certainly won't be leaving number 9, Dark Travel, out. And for me, maybe a nice little each way touch and different places. For fourth, we've gone for horse number 4, Striker Match. Chase Marjan for Fani Broncos. I think this one has been running to some really, really strong sorts. However, albeit over slightly shorter. If Striker Match gets the distance, this could be a real major factor. Again, watch it go down. See if there's any support for this one. But in our exotics, I'll certainly be including all 4, 1, 4, 6, and 9. I don't think it's an easy race. Move on to the 5th race on the card, off at 14:30, mid-rated 82 handicap, to be run over 2,000 meters. And in this event, guys, gone for a nice roughie, I think around about 16-1. And this is horse number 2, Elusive Swan. Chase Marjan for Fani Broncos. I think that this horse has got some decent form. I think this will be running on when others have cried enough. And at that price, I'm certainly going to get involved here. For second, guys, I've gone for horse number 10. And that is the favourite, Alphatic. Randall Simons for the de Kock yard. Won really, really well last time out with Randall aboard. Won by 5.5 lengths, over 2,000 meters. And again, this could be anything. Must be included in all exotics. For third, gone for horse number 8, 5th of July. Diego de Gavea getting the ride here for David Niverhazen. Last time out, finished second, just over a length behind Tabibua. Did have excuses, was slow, and the jock did drop the crop. I do think that this one will give a decent account of itself. And again, a worthy inclusion in all exotics. For fourth, gone for Ruffy here. This is horse number 5, Great Affair. Striker Stradum gets a ride here for the Boertus Forsley yard. I don't think that this one will be too far off them turning for home. And I think that, again, worth including in back ends of trifectas and quartets. So race 5, 2, 10, 8, and 5. And we're going to have a small each way go on horse number 2. Move on to the 6th race on the card. You're off at 15:05, rated 96 handicap, to be run over 1,400 meters. And in the 6th race, guys, my first selection here is horse number 6, Tuscan Winter. Gav Arena for Janse van Vuren. Gav jumps back aboard this one. Was not disgraced last time out, even though it had excuses. Finished the race off lame. 4 lengths behind Anfield's Rocket, and we know that the Maroon Yacht thinks that Anfield's Rocket is the best horse in the land. Throw this one in, maybe worth a small touch as well. For second, I have gone for horse number 7. This is Cabinet Shuffle. Gabriel Peterson for Robin Klaassen. Won well last time out, beating Wakas by half a length. And I do think, again, this one will jump or sit up there, and again, should be there and thereabouts. For third, we've gone for horse number 8, and this is Shareholder. Nice roughie here from the Cornet Spice yard. I think this is going to jump, will be sitting up there, and I think with the strong urgings of Marco, may certainly make the others pick up their feet. 25-1, watch it go down. If it looks well, throw this one in swingers and exactors. For fourth, we thrown in horse number 5, Gallic Tribe, Cabello Mazziani for the Crawford yard. This won quite well last time out, beating Duke of Sussex by 1.5 lengths. Did find betting support on that day. And again, larger perms, throw this one in. So race 6, I've gone 6, 7, 8 and 5. And I do quite fancy horse number 6 here. We move on to the 7th race on the card. And the 7th race draw at 15:35 is the novice handicap over 1,200 meters. And in this event, I'm hoping that Gavin Larena brings this one home. We're going to take small doubles, race 6 and race 7, the Larena double. This one has not been disgraced. I think it has been running to some decent sorts. Nicely drawn on the fence, drawn at 2. And again, I really think that if Gavin wins the 6th race, I'm certainly, even though we're taking doubles, I'm going to have a go on this horse number 1. For second, I've thrown in horse number 3. And this is what you're waiting for. Calvin Abib for Sean Terry. Won very, very well last time out. And again, I think that these 2 must be included in all exotics. For third, we have gone for horse number 5. And this is Drop of Time, King de Mille for Johan Janssen van Vuren. Has some fair form. Finished 6.5 lengths behind Good Counsel last time out. Did have excuses. I think the 1700 could have been too far. Drops back to sprinting. And again, a good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. Fourth, we've gone for the 7. This is Galpo. Caden Brewer gets a ride here for the Matched Yard. Won maiden last time out, running on really, really well. And again, maybe good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. So if you're taking pick 6s, a smaller punter, 1 and 3 should be sufficient. Larger perms, 1, 3, 5, and any of your fancies. Move on to the lucky last, guys. You're off at 16:10. Made rated 7-2 handicap over 1,200 meters. And in the lucky last, please take note, guys, horse number 11, Twice as Wild, has been scratched. And my first selection here is horse number 5, Corvette Captain, Keegan de Mello, getting the ride here, or retaining the ride for the Van Vuren yard. Won really, really well last time out. And I do think that this one could follow up on that run. For second, guys, I have gone for horse number 13, Power Ranger. Felisande Ngoli gets a ride here for the Magna yard. Last time out, went off 13-10. Did have a legitimate excuse. So I'm willing to forgive him for that run. However, I do think that Power Ranger, again, will certainly be there and thereabouts. Cannot be left out of any of your perms. For third, guys, we have gone for horse number 3. Nice roughie here. This is South Boy, Gav Larena for the Van Vuren yard. 2 runs back, finishing third to Lulu's Boy. Has run behind Corvette Captain. Beat Quantum King. And again, if this one looks well, don't leave this one out exacted. If you're taking pick 6s, throw this 3 in as well. For fourth, guys, we've gone for horse number 10. And this is Iron Tail. Another real roughie here. I think we had it last time out. It finished 5th on that occasion, just over 2.5 lengths behind After Hours. I'm hoping that Marco gets going late on this one. And again, if this one looks well going down, certainly may be worth including in trifectas and quartets and for places. So race 8, we've gone 5, 13, 3 and 10. If you're taking pick 6s, smaller punters, 5 and 13, larger punters, put in all 4. I think that the jackpots can pay, and that's where I'm going to concentrate my exotics on, both the jackpots. Guys, as I said, just take care, see if there's any bias, watch for jockey changes, watch for betting moves, look after yourself. Stevie, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that, the postman. I see you've tip to 8 race program, your normal bipod PA, your 2 jackpots, and I see you've tipped 2 value bets as well. So hopefully you've steered the guys in the right direction, and you can deliver like you normally do. So all in all, guys, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.